This time, an appetizer is prepared by Philippe Boulot in Portland, Oregon. The bounty of the Northwest permeates his Dungeness Crab Roll with carrot salad and vegetable essences. The entree comes from Chef Ann Kearney's Peristyle restaurant in New Orleans. It's pan-seared squab with what Louisianians call dirty rice dressing. Note her savory port wine sauce. Finally, from the Chicago area, Chef Michael Maddox offers a dessert of almond cookies and passion fruit custard. He also demonstrates technique for a garnish of spun sugar. Philippe Boulot, executive chef at the Heathman Hotel in Portland, was born in Normandy and worked his way through several Michelin star restaurants in France before coming to the U.S. At the Mark Hotel in New York, he earned Esquire's Best Restaurant of the Year in 1989. Here's his Dungeness Crab Roll. The chef begins by juicing carrots. You can probably buy carrot juice at a health food store.
Once I have the carrot juice, like that, I reduce it down to a syrup. While it's reduced, I'm going to do the beet oil. So when the juice is reduced, you have like a syrup of beets, like that. And the way we do it, it's blend it with some olive oil.
The method for obtaining the beet essence is also used for a carrot vinaigrette and parsley essence.
The main part of this crab roll is a crab remoulade, Dungeness crab meat, really fresh. We are going to add a mayonnaise made out of mustard, egg yolk, and olive oil, some grated lemon skin, and some basil and parsley.
The crab rolls are built on dampened sheets of rice paper rounds.
And the way we are going to build this thing is like put a little bit of mint leaf, shiitake mushroom, celery leaves, crab remoulade. You build it like that at the bottom of the sheet and you can roll it. Make sure it's really tight. Fold up the side like that and keep rolling it. I like the rice sheet when they are really crispy, so one layer for me is not enough to give me the crispiness, so I double it. Same process. Roll it like that, fold the side. And here we have a crab roll. This crab roll is going to be deep fried in a very hot oil. I put mine at 375. You can
Deep fry until crispy, but still light in color.
While the crab roll fry, we are going to do the salad to accompany it. So julienne of carrot, seasoned with carrot juice vinaigrette.
In addition to the reduced carrot essence, the vinaigrette contains fish sauce and an oriental chili garlic sauce.
And the decoration on the plate, it's like some beet oil made by the reduction of the beet juice and olive oil. Little bit of parsley essence. Little bit of carrot vinaigrette. When the crab roll is crispy, we're going to slice it. And serve it like that. A little leaf of parsley for the decoration. And that's it. Crab roll.
Kearney was born in Ohio and graduated from the Cincinnati Culinary Academy. She came to New Orleans to work with the late John Neal at both the Maison de Ville and Peristyle. Now chef-owner of Peristyle, she is making waves with dishes like seared squab and dirty rice dressing.
We're doing a little pan-roasted squab, which is a domesticated pigeon. They're farm-raised. They're fed whole grains, and so that they have a very pure meat. This is an all red meat bird. They're small. They're in between the size of a quail and a pheasant. And we're going to butcher it, take it off of its bone. This dish is going to be pan roasted and served with a rice dressing, which is my version of a Louisiana dirty rice. I found out that the Creole and Acadians don't like it when you called it dirty rice. That's the name the French gave it because it was brown. So we call it rice dressing here at Peristyle. We're just going to remove half of the bird, each half of the bird from the bone in a whole piece. We're going to reserve the bones, roast them in the oven. You can later use them for stock, chicken stock, or as part of your port reduction for your sauce. We remove the first 2 digits of the wing. And those also can go into the oven to be roasted for stock.
Now the chef deals with the gizzards and hearts.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our gizzards. We're just going to cut them up a little bit and add them to a saute pan with some seasoned stock. We have some garlic and bay leaf. You can go ahead and put some salt and some pepper in there. Whatever you poach these in, it's going to take the flavor on. You can use water if you don't have stock, but make sure you season it highly with some different aromatics. You can add black peppercorns or whatnot. I like to cut up the pieces a little bit smaller because these are tough organs and they need a little bit of cooking time to tenderize. So we add just a little bit of salt, some pepper, and some poultry stock made from the bones.
Bring to a boil, then lower the heat and simmer until the organs are softened. Now the livers.
You want to clean off a little bit of the sinew and some of the veins from the livers. It's not that it will hurt you, but you'll get a much nicer product if you finish a finished product if you start off with these clean, just like you would if you were using chicken livers or duck livers. We season these with salt, pepper, and some cayenne. We want to make sure that they're extremely dry. These will pop. The grease, the oil that you're searing them in will pop, and it can be a dangerous event. Around the kitchen when we make this at Peristyle, everyone's on guard. It's essential that you get a nice sear on your livers. Again, being very careful. Like I said, it will cause you trauma in your life. I don't cook mine completely through. I cook them to about medium. Carryover cooking will take care of taking the rest of the way. You don't want to overcook them because they will get very grainy.
Turn the livers once.
You can go ahead and leave all the fond in the bottom of the pan and the excess fat. I'm going to add some finely minced celery and onions. And as these cook, you want to get the fond off the bottom of the pan. That's pure flavor right there. It's also got some of the spices left from the liver.
After these have softened, chopped garlic is added and the pan is deglazed with brandy. First, the vegetables are seasoned with salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper.
Pull your pan away from the open flame and add some brandy, as much as you'd like. It will flame up if it wants to. Allow the alcohol to cook off. When your vegetables are tender, go ahead and add it to your seared livers.
The gizzards, hearts, and garlic cloves are added, and the mixture is then processed.
You're going to puree this to a fine paste.
This is the liver base for the dirty rice. Now the squab is seared.
Skin side down first. You want to get a nice seared, caramelized crust on your skin. Crispier the better. Again, watch for popping. These squab will get you if you're not careful. Meanwhile, we're going to get our little port reduction started in the back, which will be the sauce for our dish. You take a port wine, reduce it down with shallots and thyme until it's almost dry, till sec. You'll add a half and half chicken stock or poultry stock and half demi-glace. And you can bring that down as thick as you want. It's nice if you get a nice glaze on the squab at the finished product.
The squab are turned, quickly seared, then removed to another pan and roasted in a 400-degree oven for 4 to 5 minutes. The grease is removed, then the same pan is deglazed with the gizzard poaching liquid.
It's pure flavor right there. Add your liver base. Add your basmati pilaf. You want your rice to be already cooked. It's very important. The starches from the rice are going to help tighten this dish up. This is the point where you add a ton of green onions, some chopped parsley. Really helps balance the flavor, that nice fresh green onion flavor. I guarantee you your guests will have a hard time guessing what's in there. It just tastes so good they won't even know they're eating livers, hearts, and gizzards. To finish with just a little bit of butter. Rounds the dish out, gives it a nice glossy look.
The port wine sauce is enriched with rendered foie gras fat.
We're going to stratify the liquid fat into your demi-glace sauce. Again, it's going to add a nice sheen to it and really bump that flavor up.
Along with the rice, blanched and sautéed green beans and carrots are served.
And our port reduction goes over the top.
Le Titi de Paris is one of Chicagoland's great French restaurants. Michael Maddox is chef de cuisine under owner Pierre Paulin, An Illinois native, he attended Kendall College, then worked in Florida and Chicago. He studied with Jacques Torres, who may have inspired almond cookies and passion fruit custard. The passion fruit custard calls for both puree and passion fruit pulp. The mixture will be brought to a boil.
Bring that to a boil.
Meanwhile, 2 eggs are combined with 4 ounces of sugar.
Sort of similar to a creme anglaise, but you use the puree as your milk. Get Kim to a boil and temper it into the bowl. Make sure you clean the sides, all the sugar and the eggs off. And turn it back to the stove. You're gonna bring it back to a boil.
The custard was cooked and stirred constantly, then strained over an ice bath. Then a hydrated gelatin leaf is added.
And while it's still hot, I'm going to add the bloom gelatin. Take out the cold water, rinse it, and add that to it so it melts in.
Granulated, unflavored gelatin can be substituted.
The whipped cream I've already whipped. I'm just going to cool down the passion fruit mixture here, and then I'll fold in the whipped cream.
The cream is added in 2 batches.
Just incorporate about halfway. And just finish folding it in. You don't want to whisk it, you just want to fold it gently. Just incorporate it real light.
Refrigerate until service. Meanwhile, the cookies are started with orange zest, which will be added to the dry ingredients, flour and powdered sugar.
Nice and fine. Extract all the flavor by cutting.
Then fresh orange juice.
The almonds, rather than just using sliced blanched almonds, I did that, but I also toasted them off, give a little more flavor to it. And you can put them in a Roboku to crumble them up, but you don't want them real fine. Just a couple of seconds in the Roboku is all you're going to really need, or a food processor. I just do them by hand. Put them in a plastic bag and just smash it up a little bit. And the melted butter I need. And the melted butter. And a little bit of Grand Marnier. Give a nice little more orange flavor. And as this cooks, it's going to spread out a lot. So you don't want them too close together. So 6 to 8 per sheet pan. And I'm really about making a perfect circle because I'm going to cut them when they're still warm out of the oven.
The cookies are formed on a silicone sheet and are baked at 350 degrees until golden brown. If you try this dish, you'll have to visit the hardware store and the grocery store. The chef uses a paint sprayer, a butane torch, and drill bits for the spun sugar.
It's half chocolate, half cocoa butter. And the fat gives a nice little design to it. And take your fork off. Get a nice little design for our plate.
Banana slices are sprinkled with sugar and caramelized with a torch.
For the spun sugar, it's using half fondant, or like icing like for danishes, and half glucose, similar to corn syrup. You put them together, bring it to about 150 degrees, and it's like a comb, which we use, you use the whisk or not nails in it. Make sure it's really hot. And I have 2 poles that have been sprayed with a non-stick spray. You make sure it's really hot, and it's a back and forth sweeping motion.
If not done correctly, you could have the sweetest floor in town. The first layer of a Napoleon is the passion fruit custard and banana slices.
We're also going to do a little bit of spun sugar on top of it when we're all done.
Note the presentation includes a cornucopia made from the warm cookies and filled with the custard. Then a flower, outlined in chocolate, is filled in with creme anglaise and fruit purees.